I went to the doctor and they told me that like every time I take a stroke, my artery will be pinched off and I won't get any blood flow through my arm, so basically my arm goes dead.
While she was sitting out, I know she would go to the rec center during our practices and work out instead of being in the water. And so I know that she stayed determined while she was out of the water.
Think about my team, like I'm not doing this for myself, but I'm doing it for like the other people.
I never really thought that I would actually make such a substantial impact as I have.
It's amazing the progress that he's made, you know, the contacts that he's involved with, and just to be invited to Copenhagen for that talk was incredible.
To board first class, we'll see what it has in store in just a few moments.
We're pretty impressed with views of a patient and a type 1 diabetic and an athlete and a college student. And they, after that summit, they asked him to come to Copenhagen, which was, I'll never forget, he got an email and he was coaching swimming in our summer league in Dublin, and he called and said, guess what, they want me to go to Copenhagen.
Can put that message out in the open and make more people aware of that we're not only here to supply medications and research new therapies, but we're here to help you obtain those therapies, and ultimately
Patients, patient organizations like JDRF, pharmaceutical companies like Novo Nordisk, we're all working together and we all have that same mission, which is to turn type 1 into type 9.
Around 10 years old, my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He was very forgetful, and I remember one time at the kitchen table, he was working on a farm animal puzzle, and he could hardly do it. Tennis is our life. We started at a really young age, so it was kind of ingrained in us, and that's all we knew. I'm trying to break the mold because I really have a passion for helping kids. My cousin, he was diagnosed with autism at 3 years old and didn't say a word till he was 3. And it's just, sorry, like, wait. He's really special to me. Knew over 100 sign language signs, and so we knew he was intelligent, so we were hoping and waiting that he would say his first word, and when he did at 3 years, it was awesome just to see that. In speech, we work with children and Alzheimer's patients who have trouble with their cognitive abilities, and that was just another, looking back on it, I was like, that's just another thing that clicked with me about speech pathology. I've been afforded a lot of opportunities in life, and I see that he doesn't have a lot. So my main goal in life is to have those same opportunities for him and other children like him.
After a quick road trip, Ball State returns to their home nest, facing 4th in conference Western Michigan in a Mid-American Conference showdown. It's time for Ball State Gymnastics on SportsLink TV. As fans continue to trickle in, we're all comfy cozy inside Irving Gymnasium here on the campus of Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana, home of the Cardinals. Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Bartleson. My colleagues tonight, Allison Wilson and Kelly Brock.
I think Ball State's had a really solid season. The scores just aren't showing what they've been doing. I think they've been practicing hard. They've had good rotations on every single meet, but it's just not been showing. And I think that tonight's really an opportunity for them to come back and beat this Western Michigan team.
You know, I'm going to have to agree with you. We sat down with Coach Salim earlier this week, and she was talking about how it was a 5-year process, that last year was her first year, and you're not going to turn around the program in 1 year.
She's young, there's lots of potential here. When we saw her earlier in practice, she was working on this pass that she's about to do. A little concerned about it, but by the end of practice, she had it down.
She missed her foot and just went straight off the side of the beam. A little disappointing, but let's see if she can pull it together to finish strong.
How do you collect yourself after falling off on the beam?
Usually a gymnast will take up to 30 seconds to just breathe and recollect herself before she mounts the beam.
Washington able to get right back up.
And that was the pass that she was having difficulties in practice.
So something to work on in the coming weeks. Good finish for Washington despite falling off.
You can see a little bit of disappointment, but duly noted.
The Oregon in the fourth cleanup. Jesse Peshek, of course, at 5. Kayla Weber at 6. So a strong lineup for Western as we're finishing, getting going in the fourth rotation.
Now last week, Hood actually did take a topple off of the beam. We'll see if she can keep her feet planted tonight. This pass right here. Definitely regained confidence. She looked really good compared to last week.
Gymnasium as the Ball State Cardinals are victorious for the first time this season, defeating Western Michigan. And I'm going to introduce and welcome the head coach of Ball State Gymnastics, Joanna Salim, to our broadcast booth tonight.
Hi.
Coach, congratulations on the first win. How does your team feel tonight?
Thank you. I think they're pretty excited. It's always great to get that first win of the season under your belt. So they went out and worked really hard for that tonight.
Definitely a lot of hard work shown. Any girl in particular that you're most proud of, or are you most proud of your team effort?
You know, I think that you have to look at the team effort for this season. We've had a lot of injuries at the beginning of the season, so a lot of those key players kind of came out, and we've had those young ladies that were kind of maybe fighting for a lineup spot this season. They've worked really hard to be able to come in and be competitive. So, you know, everybody worked together, they dug down deep, and they did really well.
Now coming in, you're halfway through the season. You're four beneath you, 4 in front of you. You're going against Eastern Michigan next. What do we do from here to prepare for that Eastern Michigan team?
We were kind of preparing this season, and we knew that January was going to be a lot of really tough competition. I mean, starting off against the national champions. So our focus was to come out, get the floor underneath our feet, so to speak, make sure that we knew how to go out and compete as a team, and make sure that we took the gymnastics we were doing in the gym into the competition arena. And so we knew that that was going to kind of look bad as far as like win-losses in January, but they were really consistent, and they've done a great job of coming out and doing the gymnastics that we do every day. So then February was, okay, we're going to get into MAC play. Now it's time to get all those little landings under control, all of those little tents that we need to get back. We've got a lot of work to do on vault, making sure that we're not taking 2 and 3 steps out of our vaults. So there's a lot of cleaning up to do, and that's what the plan is for the month of February, to get us prepared for that MAC competition.
Now, Coach, you have Eastern coming up next on your schedule. Anything in particular to pay attention to, something you're looking forward to building off of your first win?
For us, whenever you're competing against another team, it really doesn't matter what the other team is going to be doing as much as what we have to do, because head-to-head competition in gymnastics is a little different than, you know, softball or baseball. You don't really do a lot of scouting, so to speak, of the other team. But for us, it's really going in the gym and making sure that we put a lot lot of polish on these routines and make sure that we're finding those landings.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for us tonight here on the broadcast for Ball State Sports Link TV. Ball State again victorious for the first win on the year, beating Western Michigan tonight inside Irving Gymnasium. On behalf of Allison Wilson, my colleague also Kelly Barak, Gene Smith, and Rick Martin, and my WIPB Ball State Sports Link crew, we thank you for watching our presentation of Ball State Sports Link TV. Good night, everybody. Drive home safely. And finish.
Beautiful dismount.
Rolling back. They're showing no signs of